Welcome back to another episode of Trench Study. Yesterday it was announced that Dolphins star edge rusher Jalen Phillips suffered a season-ending knee injury, so I'm going to be breaking down Chop Robinson's game against the Titans. It seemed like the plan was to ease Robinson in, but with the Phillips injury that may change. Let's take a look at the film now, then talk about if he's ready for a bigger role or not. Here's going to be the first rep, and for the majority of this video he's going to be working against number 55, J.C. Latham. He's one of the stronger players in the league already. He's about 350 pounds of good muscle. And I'm going to play the rep one time, then I'll break it down afterwards. Now you get to see Chop Robinson's 4.49 speed off the ball here. Really quick to get depth. From here he's going to bull rush into Latham for a second. Then he's going to get some separation and try to rip underneath. Which he almost does, but Latham's able to stick with him. So one more time. Fires off the ball. Gets into him. Long arms to extend. Then rips through. He's not able to quite get Latham's hand off him with the rip. Maybe a hold. Pass rush has not been the problem for Chop Robinson. He had a 41.5 run defense grade in this game according to PFF. And you see he kind of just gets bullied here. So Latham is tasked with driving Chop Robinson out of the play here. So he gets into him, starts working him out. Robinson extends that arm, which is what you're supposed to do, but he's still going to start getting worked over. And then when he tries to get across from Latham, Latham just shoves him down. Here we have another pass rush against Latham. And it's honestly been a little surprising how much power he uses because he barely ever used it at all in college. A lot of the time in college, he just rely on his speed and rip around the edge. But here you're going to see him get into Latham with a bull rush. Gets into him with the bull rush, creates separation, and then tries to rip through. But he can't. Latham keeps that hand on him and just shuts him down. So one more time. Gets into him, creates that separation for the rip, but he really rips nothing. You see Latham has that hook on him, so he just rips nothing, and he gets taken down. And this seems to be a trend early on with Chop Robinson. His play strength just isn't up to par with some of these other guys. Here we have a run stop where he takes himself out and then gets thrown down. So I'm not sure if he just doesn't read the run here or what happens, but like I said, he just takes himself out. Now back to a pass rush. This time he tries to go inside. He gets stuffed up by the running back and Latham. So Chop starts this rep like he's going to work outside. And then he's going to get into him with a bull rush. Get those hands on him. Push him back and then try to rip through. But the running back's going to hit him and stop his momentum. Now we're going to be looking at a 2-on-1 stunt which frees Chop Robinson up. Working with the defensive tackle there. So the defensive tackle is going to be coming up and trying to take out Latham while Chop's engaged with him. And then after that, Chop should be able to roll back in and try to get to the quarterback. The stunt does end up working, but they're not going to have enough time for Chop to get there. But you do see some good power from Chop and the defensive tackle to get Latham thrown off like this. As you see right there. He's going to get into Latham and start launching him, knowing that the defensive tackle is coming to help him. Then from there he starts to work to the QB, but as you see the ball comes out quick. The ball comes out quick, but it's still a pretty good rep, and this is where I think he can make his early impact, is just in the stunt game with his athleticism. Here we have a rep versus Latham on a screen play, so the ball is going to come out pretty quick. Latham's going to try to get on him quick, but he bull rushes him back. Latham's going to go for a jump set on Chop to get his hands on him quickly, which isn't that uncommon for a tackle on a screen play, but Chop's going to be able to get his hands into him. Start driving him back, and Latham's never able to reset that anchor. He just has him backpedaling. Pretty good rep from Chop. It does show some of that power. Able to drive him back. Here we have another run play from Chop Robinson. Not really too much to take away from it. So I'd like to see him get off the ball and get right into Latham with that long arm and start trying to drive him back or work upfield for a cutback. And the cutback does come. There's somebody on the other side making the tackle, but still I'd like him to be there and just be in a position ready. On this next play, the design by the defense doesn't help him, but he still gets flushed out in the run game. Now I'm not exactly sure how it's coached, but you see the defensive tackle 92 swim over top and still be able to stay in the play there. But Chop's just going to come all the way down and just get flushed out of the play and then get sealed off afterwards, which I don't think is what they want. So on one hand, he is already slanted and it gives him a disadvantage, but I'd like to see him fight to stay in more. It is against Latham, to be fair, but still. Now we have another pass rush against J.C. Latham. Latham's able to take him down. So he's just going to come off the ball with speed to power, get that long arm into Latham's right shoulder, then try to lift up his right hand. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it, but he is trying to grab Latham's left hand and lift it up to allow himself to work around the corner. He does for a second, but Latham's able to get it right back on and shut off that corner and just take him out of the play. But let me see if I can get a better view of the forklift by Chop. So he gets into him, and you're just going to want to look for Chop's right hand and Latham's left. So he's grabbing the hand right there, and he's trying to lift it up now. So he is able to lift it. You're going to see Latham's hand in a second is off of Chop right there. But Latham's able to get it right back on him, as I mentioned, and just take him out of the play. Here we're going to see Chop Robinson use a lot of different pass rush moves in one rep. So Chop's going to come off the ball and go for a Euro step. So here's the Euro step right there. Gets into him with a long arm, creates separation, then goes back with a bull rush. Gets into him with a bull rush and tries to rip through. Then the guard help comes, but still a pretty good rep from Chop. I like to see him showcasing a variety of moves. There's the Euro, long arm, back into him with a bull rush, and then the rip through. So he's trying out a lot of stuff. This is a lot more than I did see on his college tape. So there is a lot of improvement happening, which is good. Now Chop hasn't been putting up crazy sack numbers, but he does have a 64.2 pass rush grade, which is pretty average, and that's good for a rookie. He also has 5 pressures on 41 rushes, so that's not been the problem so far. It's more been his run defense. While I don't think he's ready for an every down role, I would like to see the Dolphins use him more in obvious passing downs. For example, if there's a 3rd and 9, they can kick somebody inside and have him rushing off the edge, or just any obvious situation like 2nd and 20, 2nd and 15. Those type of situations are when I'd like to see Chop Robinson on the field more. So far, Chop Robinson has been on the field for 47 run defense plays and 41 pass rushes, which makes no sense to me. I'd want that to be more like 60 to 30. So all in all, I don't think he's ready to take Jalen Phillips' role, but he could get some of those pass rush opportunities that he wasn't seeing before. Thank you for watching this episode of Trench Study. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you think he's ready for a bigger role? And if you like this video, make sure to subscribe for more. As always, peace.